I wanted to come on here and talk about this wrestler who competed in the 2020 quote unquote Tokyo Olympics, whose name is Tamyra Mensah-Stock. And she, as far as I know, is a Ghanaian American. I think she was most likely born here. She had to have been born here in order to represent USA in the Olympics. And she made history, becoming the first black female wrestler to win gold in that particular event, which is, that's a historical feat that she managed to accomplish. So congrats to her on that aspect. With that being said, I see what certain groups of people are trying to do as far as not only her win, but with some comments that she made when she was being interviewed after her win. So I'm not going to play the audio, but it's only like one part of it that really stuck out to me. And that was when the interviewer or the reporter was basically asking her, or how does it feel to bring home the gold for your country and everything like that. And she basically, she was carrying around the flag like she is right there, like all the competitors do after they win. And she, began to wrap herself in the flag, and she was, real happy and everything like that. And she had said something to the fact, almost on the lines of saying that she's proud to be an American and everything like that. And of course, that's a trigger in a good way for a certain group of people who lean a certain way politically. And they got so excited about everything that she said, because they just love to hear when black people say things like this, because that just puts a smile on their face. But it was one particular tweet in particular that made me really want to make this video. And I can't remember who the person was, but I do remember them saying, now this is how you represent your nation when it comes to competing in sports like these. LeBron James and Colin Kaepernick need to take notes. And of course, it was a palm-colored person with a check mark on Twitter that said it. Now, some of you who are on Twitter probably know exactly what tweet I'm talking about. And I'm sitting here like, what does her win have to do with them? And that's the thing that I hate, because they did the same thing with Sanisa Lee, who was the young Asian girl who won gold in that particular event for the gymnastics portion that Simone Biles decided to withdraw from. And you had another palm-colored reporter write a statement that in one breath praises Sanisa Lee for winning gold, but then also throws shade at Simone at the same time. And it's like it completely overshadows Sanisa Lee's win. And this is the same thing happening here. And I noticed that many in the so-called dominant society tend to do that a lot. And it also, in a way, it stokes flames and division when people do that. And we know what they're trying to do. They're trying to say, oh, this person's more American than you, or this person is better than you, and all types of things like that. First off, when it comes to this, I don't know how he could even compare the three, because Colin Kaepernick played football, LeBron James plays basketball, and this woman is a wrestler. So I knew exactly what they were trying to do with that. They don't care that this woman won gold. They don't care that she made history. They don't care that she wrestled. It's the fact that what she said made them feel good inside, and that was her saying that she was proud to be an American or something to that effect. And then that's why they now praise her. Anytime certain people in white society, in PC society, decides to prop up black people in the way that they did with her and several others, there's major red flags that go up for me when I see that, or when I hear that. I'm like saying to myself, what did this person say to make them feel all warm and fuzzy? And I bet you it's probably some BS. And it may not even be some BS, but it's some BS in the fact that of what they're trying to use it for. They don't genuinely feel great that this woman won. They just are happy that a black person said something that they would say. That's really all it boils down to. They are faker than a $3 bill. And they'll continue to do that. They hate when Colin Kaepernick took a knee. They hate when LeBron James speaks out when an injustice happens. They hate it when Gwen Berry turned away during the national anthem during the trials before the Olympics started. They hated Simone Biles because she quote unquote quit, which, by the way, to the idiots out there, this woman did not quit, because if she did, how was she able to compete in the balance beam in which she won a bronze medal? If she had quit, she wouldn't have been able to do that. She just withdrew from that particular competition. I'm gonna need people to learn how to read before they speak. So y'all are starting to see the pattern here, and I find that they tend to do that with a lot of black athletes. And these are the same people that claim that they know everything that's best for us, and when it comes to athletics and sports, and we need to do this and we need to do that. Like I said, faker than a $3 bill. So yes, while this is a major historical win for this woman, is not how can I put it? They're not looking at her historical win. They're looking at the words that she said. If she had said something to the effect of something they didn't like, they would have been like, oh, they need to strip her of her medal. I'm willing to bet that's what they would have said. What did I say in my Simone Biles video? They only like to win, but within the confines of their conditions. Especially when it comes to you being a black person. And let me also add on that this woman is married to a white man. She is. You just don't see a picture here. But if you type Tamyra Mensah-Stock and put husband behind it, you'll see she is married to a white man. So tack on that on top of what she said, and that makes them feel even better. And I find that a lot of white males are the ones that are praising her for what she said, and she's ironically married to a white man. Just something I wanted to, point out there. Meanwhile, the people that got attacked, I'm not sure of Gwen Berry's status, are all in relationships with black people. Simone Biles' boyfriend is black. Colin Kaepernick is well, hers is kind of like up there, but she's not white. LeBron James, we know his wife is black. Like I said, I don't know what Gwen Berry's situation is, if she's in a relationship or not. So I can't call hers. But that's just another observation that I made. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about that, about their fakeness and how they'll never stop being fake. Now watch, if she says something that they don't like, they'll go and say, oh, she's this, that, and the third. Their tune will switch up so fast. And it will. Because it's happened before. Look with Simone Biles. They love her and praise her, but the minute she says, I need to check, make sure my mental health is in check and all this and the third, oh, she's a quitter. She's a shame to the nation. She's not that great. She's overweighted. I even heard some people trying to say to take away her medals. For what? She earned them. Trying to make it seem like this girl is a fluke, and she's not. But yeah, that's why I said I wouldn't do no circus tricks or acrobats or whatever the case may be when it comes to PC and their so-called American standards. I refuse. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments.